My name is Melvin George II. The way it goes is my father's Melvin George. I'm Melvin George, the sequel. My son is Melvin George, the final conflict. Originally, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I live in New York now. You probably can't tell to look at me, but I'm not cool. I am not cool. I live in a penthouse apartment that's located on the street level. The rest of the building's underground. Not cool. After 44 years of marriage, my mother and father are getting a divorce. Yeah, and the problem I'm having is I don't know who I'm gonna live with. Not cool. Sometimes I call myself God's favorite comedian because when the Lord needs a good laugh, he looks into my life. If you never heard God laugh before, it sounds just like this. The first time I heard that, I'm in this rock and roll club in Greenwich Village called Kenny's Castaways. I'm standing by the payphone. The payphone rang. I answered it. The person on the other line goes, "There's a bomb in there. It's gonna go off at 2 o'clock. So I'm thinking, wow, I can save this whole place. "Excuse me, listen, I gotta call the payphone. Guys, there's a bomb in here going off at 2 o'clock. We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's move." Nobody moved. One guy stood up and said, "Sit down, idiot. It's 2:30. And that's when I heard it. So everything I have done in my life has led up to this moment right here. 40 years ago, I graduated college, and here I am 40 years later in Provo, doing a dry bar comedy special. How blessed am I? But where does the time go? In 1980, it was long hair. 2020 is longing for hair. In 1980, it was disco. 2020, Costco. In 1980, it was going to a new hip joint. 2020 is getting a new hip joint. We're all getting old. Some people don't know they're getting old. I know I'm getting old because my teeth and I don't sleep together. I know I'm getting old because the last time I sat in a rocking chair, I couldn't get it going. So I am not cool. I have a brand. I branded myself in 2000. It's a silhouette of a black man, and you can tell it's a black man because he's wearing glasses. And there's the knot symbol with a line going through it. You know that knot, that red knot and the slash? That was my symbol, the not cool guy. And then Barack Obama became president, and people started saying, "I don't like Barack Obama either." That's not what it meant. That's not what it was about. The only problem I had with Barack Obama is because of him, I had to pay back my student loan. The conversation went like this. "Hello? Yes, this is Melvin George. Department of Education? How'd you find me? How come you can find me and you can't find Osama bin Laden?" "Well, when you find Osama bin Laden, I'll pay back my student loan." Yep, I'm making payment plans. You know, I could have been the first black president of the United States of America. When I was 18 years old, my high school guidance counselor said, "Melvin, where do you see yourself 40 years from now?" And I said, "Mr. Gilardi, 40 years from now, I see myself as the first black president of the United States of America." And he said, "Melvin, you need more realistic goals." With a little encouragement, I could have been the first black president of the United States of America elected for 2 terms. Barack Obama could have been here in Provo. And what a beautiful city this is. I tell you, you guys have a very strange way of celebrating Black History Month. I was walking by the hotel, the Marriott Hotel, and there was a group of people on the sidewalk, and they kept going, "Yay!" every time somebody walked by. So I figured I'd cross the street, but then that spirit said, "No, don't cross the street, walk through." So I walked through the crowd. When I got halfway through the crowd goes, "Hey, let's cheer him." And they all go, "Yay!" And they didn't know I was in show business, so I said, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much." Does anybody remember Ossie Davis? Ossie Davis used to do moments in black history to educate the young black kids who were up after 11 p.m. And he passed away in 2005. And so I took it upon myself to continue the tradition and pay homage to Ossie Davis by doing a moment in black history. 3 Ku Klux Klan members are standing in the woods, arguing over what kind of tracks they were looking at. One Klan member goes, "Those are dog tracks." One Klan member goes, "Those are deer tracks." And one Klan member goes, "Those are coon tracks." And they stood there arguing over what tracks those were until the train hit them. This has been a moment in black history. It's absolutely amazing how the black culture has infiltrated every facet of society. I think it's absolutely, so Black History Month is not just for us, it's for everybody, you know? And I have a joke that proves black culture has infiltrated your lives. And I will do that joke right now. I thought it would be real cool if I became the host of the show after Bob Barker retired. They didn't hire me, they hired Drew Carey because they didn't want to have to change the name of the show to The Price is Right. See? Anybody not laughing at that doesn't have one black friend. Let me just take this moment to say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm giving you I love you because that's the way I feel. And I can tell a room full of strangers I love you because I'll probably never see you again in life. What the heck? But I'm out to change the world, not by what's in my mind or by my vote, by what's in my heart. And I implore you to do the same thing. Go to somebody that you don't know and say, I love you. Because you have no idea the effect you're going to have on that person until the trial. Are we Android or iPhone people? iPhone. Really? I try to stay away from that whole I experience. iPhone, iPad, iPod, iTouch. Then I was in the Apple store when it was being robbed, and automatically I became an eyewitness. Do you multitask on your phones? Do 2 things at once on your phone, multitask? Because sometimes I use my GPS while I'm listening to my Bible program. And I hear things like, Moses said to the Israelites, make a right on 684. With these cell phones, do you know you can have a distinctive ringtone for each and every person in your contact list? Did you know that? And if you have a distinctive ringtone for each and every person in your contact list, you need a life. That's a lot of programming. I have one ringtone. I have one ringtone for everybody. I don't mind sharing it with you. If you have a distinctive ringtone on your cell phone, I'd love to hear it. The last show I asked that question, this woman said, yes, my ringtone is a cash register. It's for my daughter. Whenever she calls, my phone goes, cha-ching. One guy said his ringtone was a foghorn. It was for his ex-wife. Whenever she called, his phone went, So anybody have one? You have one? Okay, I'll give you mine. My ringtone is from Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks's Blazing Saddles. Now, if you haven't seen Blazing Saddles, try to see it. It's a wonderful family movie. My ringtone is from the part where Cleavon Little takes himself hostage to keep the white townfolk from shooting him. That's my ringtone. And I have that because I thought it would be so cool if somebody called me on my phone when I was in public. And it wasn't until they called me when I was at the airport going through security. That was not cool. I record all of my shows, and I'd like to give you a copy, give you a chance to get a copy of my biggest selling CD. It's called Shows for Those Who Were There. I record all of my shows because I never know when I might need an alibi. And sometimes alibis don't work, and I actually need witnesses. So, hold it. Let me get this side over here. Hold it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Great. Could you guys just squeeze in on the ends, please? Just squeeze in. Gang, 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 gang. Great. Now, let's see. What is your name, sir? Nathan. Nathan, would you help me out, Nathan? In case the police don't believe the picture I just took of everybody here, would you take a picture of me with my camera? There's that silver button on the end, and make sure you got the curtain in the background to prove I was here.
Where's the newspaper?
Great. Now, you know how police are, Nathan. Take the side profile, too. Excellent. Give Nathan a round of applause, won't you, please? So do you live in the Provo area?
I do not.
And where do you live?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Okay, the reason why I asked these questions is in case I needed a witness, I wanted to know where I had to come get you. But I've never been to Portland, so I'm glad I have your fingerprints on my camera. Now, I don't do jokes about politics or current events because I value your opinion and I want you to keep it. So these next series of jokes have nothing to do with what's going on in the world today. If there is some correlations, it's purely an accidental coincidence. I think it's a hate crime to put a gay person in a straitjacket. There's a new movie coming out about a woman who has a sex change operation and lives the rest of her life as a man. And the name of that movie is Ben-Hur. I don't think red, white, and blue are the colors of freedom when they're flashing in your rearview mirror. There are some police officers who have retired from the force after 20 or 30 years of service. Give them a round of applause, won't you, please? If you've retired from the force after 20 or 30 years of service, you handled that job with a lot of respect. Not every police officer operates out of respect. Some police officers operate out of fear. And the worst thing in the world is to be pulled over by a police officer operating out of fear. It happened to me. I was doing 85 miles an hour in a 30 zone. And the policeman pulled me over. I could see the fear in his eyes. I could hear it in his voice as he's screaming at me. Let me see your license! And I knew he was fearful, so I met his fear with my peace. I don't have a license. Well, let me see your registration. I don't have a registration either. Well, check your glove compartment. Maybe it's in the glove compartment. There's nothing in the glove compartment, just my gun. You got a gun in the glove compartment? Yes, I used it to hijack this car. You hijacked this car? Yes, the body is in the trunk. Don't you move, go call my sergeant. The sergeant shows up, comes up to my window and goes, "Sir, may I see your license, please?" He's very respectful. And because he's so respectful, I say, "Here you are, officer." And do you have a registration? Hold on, it's in the glove compartment, I'll get it. I open up the glove compartment, there's no gun, just a registration. Here you are, officer. Mr. George, very respectful. Mr. George, is this your car? Why, of course it is. And I guess the trunk is empty also? Oh, sure, see for yourself. I get out, I open up the trunk is empty. The sergeant goes, "I don't understand. My officer told me you had no license, no registration, a gun in the glove compartment, a body in the trunk, and you hijacked this car." And I said, "Well, he was operating out of fear. He probably told you I was doing 85 and a 30 too." I get home, on my doorstep is a big envelope, and in big black letters it says, "Do not bend." Took me 2 hours to figure out how to pick it up. Did I tell you I'm not cool? I'm in jail. The prison guard finds me hanging by my feet. He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I have decided to end it all." He said, "Idiot, the rope's supposed to go around your neck." I said, "Yeah, but when I do that, I can't breathe." I'm in this fancy, fancy restaurant, and this gorgeous, gorgeous waitress slaps my face when I ask her for a quickie. Apparently, it's pronounced quiche. You were holding out, and you were holding out, and I got you. Does anybody here know physical anatomy? Any doctors or nurses in the audience tonight? Anybody know physical? Right down here, what do you, doctor or nurse?
No,
Physical therapist. You know the physical anatomy? And your name is? Matt? Okay, Matt, I'll be right back. In 1999, my dad was on dialysis. Both of his kidneys were shot. He had like Heinekenitis or something. And my brothers and sisters, we all got together and said, "Let's go get tested to see who's a perfect match for Dad." And because of my comedy schedule, I had the time, I went first. And when everybody found out I was a perfect match, nobody else went. So in 1999, I gave my kidney to my dad, and on December 22nd, he turned 95 years old. Thank you. That's for my dad. Thank you. That's for my dad. Now, the reason why I ask about the physical anatomy, Matt, is because in order for them to see if my kidney was okay, they gave me a prostate exam. I was confused. Matt, aren't the kidneys up here? Why were they fishing around back there? Does somebody owe me money? By a show of hands, how many guys have had the prostate exam? Guys, show it. Okay, billion-dollar industry. I'm not the only one supporting it. How long ago, sir? How long ago?
a long time.
A long time ago? Are you healthy? Excellent. And your name is?
Brad Smith.
Brad Smith? Why does she laugh when you say Brad Smith? Is that the name you rehearsed that you were going to tell somebody when you got here? I really don't want to. I'm not trying to get into your business, Brad. I'm just trying to get to the next joke. But I'll call you Brad if you want me to. And I'll be right back, Brad. Guys, get yourself checked out. Make sure you are healthy. And if you're gonna have your prostate examined, back me up, Brad, go to a professional. Am I right? Don't go like Bob's Discount Prostates. Prostates Are Us. Prosmart. DJs. So I am not cool. I have a website, notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. And this is just how uncool I am. I wasn't always not cool-1. I used to just be not cool. But when AOL first came out, I forgot my password. And I couldn't get into not cool, so I had to be not cool-1. 10 years later, I remembered what my password was. My password was Alan Ludden. Alan Ludden was the host of a game show called Password. So I have a CD for sale. You can't get it here, but you have to get it from my website, notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. This is my mini show recorder. See the red dot? I record the show, and then I upload it to my computer, and I put it on a CD, and that CD is called Shows for Those Who Are There. To get a copy of this, just go to notcool-1.com. That's number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. And visit the available shows page. It will say the Dry Bar Comedy Provo, Utah Extravaganza Special Show. And you can get this at notcool-1.com. That's number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. Now, I don't want $100 for this. I don't even want $90 for this. Because you're not just getting the CD, ladies and gentlemen, you also get this lovely dental chain. You can get this beautiful dental chain, which I took out of my dentist's office, at notcool-1.com. That's number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. You got the dental chain and you got the CD. I don't want $80. I don't want $70, because you're not just getting the dental chain and the CD. You also get these beautiful luggage locks. You can get these lovely luggage locks and use them as cufflinks, just like I did. Notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. Now, sir, I can see you thinking. You're going, wow, the dental chain, the luggage locks, and the CD? What does he want for that? $60? $50? No, because I'm still giving you more. You also get this lovely telescoping magnet pen, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this beautiful telescoping magnet pen, notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. My dear, let's say you, yes you, accidentally dropped a staple gun on the ground. This is how uncool I am. I forgot my own staple gun and had to borrow one, and it doesn't fit in my pocket. Oh my goodness. Well, with this, don't bend down. Just go, oh! Oh, get is picking it up right. It's just too heavy. See, all you need is, hold it. That's at notcool-1.com. The number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. Okay, let's review. You have your telescope and magnet pen, the dental chain, the luggage locks, and the CD. Do I want $50? No. Do I want $40? No. Why? I'm giving you more. You also get this lovely lighter watch, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this beautiful lighter watch at notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. Yes, you get the lighter watch, the telescope and magnet pen, the dental chain, the luggage locks, and the CD. But do I want $40? No. Do I want $30? No. Why? I'm giving you more. You also get this lovely luggage strap, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this beautiful luggage strap at notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, notcool-1.com. Yes, you get the luggage strap. You get the lighter watch, the telescope and magnet pen, the dental chamber, luggage locks, and the CD. But do I want $30? No. Do I want $20? No. Why? You also get this lovely drinking glass, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this beautiful drinking glass at notcool-1.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get all this at notcool-1.com. That's the number one, not the word one, for $9.99 a piece. You've been wonderful. I'm Melvin George II. God bless you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. Good night.